This is Relentless Daring on Podbean.com.
Welcome back to Land of Bourbon and Bad Decisions. This is Relentless Daring on Podbean.com. So, another day of Coronatine. Yay! But honestly, it hasn't been all that bad. As far as my wife goes, she's doing really well. As I said before, she's had a few days of actual being sick. You know, running, fever, and just generally not doing good. And then she bounced back fairly quick. She's still kind of fatigued and tired, but yeah, that's just one of those things that goes with this virus or any other viral infection that we're used to dealing with, such as the flu. So, I mean, we're doing well. Have not finished shearing the wool-like fur off of the golden doodle yet, because even though I had a set of professional dog clippers, yeah, they may have wore themselves out trying to remove his fleece. So fun times. I have to order a new set of those. That way I can finish getting his legs and his belly and the big bad spot on his face. Other than that, though, everything's fun. So a little news story I found. I have to pull this up here because I don't have it on my phone. So this is a story that broke today at the National Pulse, which that is a online magazine that's edited by former Breitbart contributor Raheem Kassam. I love Raheem. He's a very straightforward thinker, and you know, he's very quick to call out, you know, people of his own faith whenever they're trying to use Islam to justify horrible behavior and horrible nastiness. So, anyways, this is not a Raheem Kassam story. This is from Natalie Winters, again over at National Pulse. Exclusive. Biden donor group sends 225,000 plus ballot requests, including for dead citizens. Pardon me. A self-described voter participation group, which donates exclusively to Democrats and Joe Biden's presidential campaign, has been caught making en masse ballot requests for deceased people. Interesting. The Center for Voter Information was described by the Washington Post as having, quote, a history of sending error-ridden mailers, end quote, but also labeled it nonpartisan, a farcical and manifestly false claim. The group is responsible for sending over 225,000 ballot request forms to residents in Texas, many of whom are deceased. As reported by local news, one individual received multiple ballot request forms for her deceased husband. Quote, Kristen Link received 4 ballot request forms in the mail addressed to her husband, who passed away in 2015. Kristen thought the forms were sent by a government agency, but they came from a third-party group called the Center for Voter Information. The ballot applications are already filled out and addressed to the Bazar County Elections Administrator. End quote. Interesting. The Center for Voter Information, which also lists itself as Women's Voice, Women Vote Action Fund, counts 2 staunch Democrats as its leadership. Founder and board chair Paige Gardner has worked for, quote, numerous Democratic and left-wing issue campaigns, end quote, including those of Bill Clinton in 1992 and Hillary Clinton in 2008. Gardner has repeatedly attacked President Trump on Twitter, big surprise, and has donated over $200,000 to Democratic candidates, political action committees, and Democrat campaign finance committees. Oh, and it has a list of her greatest hits, if you may, on tweets. President Trump needs to offer the country an apology. Trump, the president, is undermining our democracy. Or from September 29th, Trump can't stand an honest election. Or even again on September 29th, President Trump cannot stop interrupting. Yeah. And Tom Lopak, the group's chief executive officer, appears to support Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden and has a long history in Democratic politics. Here is a quote from Tom Lopak. I believe the American people generally try to do the right thing. Tonight's results were a reminder of that and a rejection of the unlimited money in politics. Go Joe Biden. That was March 3rd, 2020 from Helena, Montana. Huh. Helena, Montana. Was he up there working on a campaign? Or is that where he's from, trying to interfere in the election of another state? Huh. Lopak serves as the executive director of the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, chief of staff for the Democratic Senator John Tester, and chief of staff and senior advisor for Democratic Governor Steve Bullock. The group's PAC also funneled hundreds of thousands exclusively to Democrats and actively against Republicans. In 2020, the group shepherded nearly $40,000 so far to support Biden. 2018, $92,718 was spent against Republicans. In 2016, $78,266 spent against then-candidate Trump, and $41,968 was spent to support Democrats by the Center for Voter Information. What's more, the group has been exclusively donating to Democrats since its 2006 founding, which, for a non-partisan organization, that seems really weird that they're only donating to one party. Huh. That's so weird. The group also made headlines for recently mailing more than 2 million Virginia voters official ballot applications, but due to a, quote, error by the printing company, end quote, hundreds of thousands of ballot applications were sent with incorrect addresses. What's more, Virginia election officials raised concerns about the activist group's mailers masquerading as official documents. Quote, this mailing is causing great confusion and concern among voters who have been contacting our office. While the mailing may appear to be from an official government agency, the Fairfax County Office of Elections did not send it, end quote, said Fairfax County General Registrar Gary Scott. This news is the latest in a string of false, missing, or tampered ballot stories, and the media and big tech firms keep denying across the country. And again, that's one of the big things going on as far as the all of big tech right now is because, you know, with what's been going on with the Hunter Biden story, is that we can't share it. Oh my gosh. Or they made people take it down if they shared it. Then they had to come back and get told, oh, well, you see, the thing with the way it's set up, blah, blah, blah. It may contain harmful information. So then we're going to make you sign I admit I could be going to a spammy address that could end up attacking my computer with malware. Yeah, because it happened to mine when I shared the story to the link is to the New York Post. I'm pretty sure the New York Post is a fairly reputable place to go get news. I mean, it's only been around since what? Before the Constitution. Just saying, Alexander Hamilton founded it a long damn time ago. They kind of have a reputation to uphold. So, I don't know. And then all this stuff's going on. Kayleigh McEnany having her account locked out. It's just absolutely insane. Blocking government officials from posting that so dreadful story about Hunter Biden. Oh my God. We can't have this story floating around. It's just more and more with big tech working against pretty much anyone that doesn't agree with their ideology. Kind of like how in the middle of the confirmation hearing, Amy Coney Barrett said the phrase sexual reference. And then she received a lecture about how offensive and outdated that phrase is. But at the same time, turn around. Merriam-Webster's dictionary in real time updated the newspeak to include preference as having a fifth definition that is something offensive, like sexual preference, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know. Anyways, that's going to do it for my brief little update. I went a little longer than I probably planned on because there was a full article I wanted to read, and I really had to withdraw. I will keep this pulled up, and I will look more into it. And then on my full show on Saturday, I'll go deeper into the whole 225,000 ballots that were sent out to include dead people. Anyways, I gotta say thank you to Built Bar and BuiltBar.com for helping to sponsor this show. They have amazing, amazing products there. If you're a person who, I should have a protein bar to help carry me through, but they taste nasty. Dude, these protein bars that Built Bar has are amazing. And a great nougaty type texture when you chew them up. Some of them have nuts in them, so you get a little crunch to them. They're so good. Go to BuiltBar.com, check it out. Use the promo code Relentless and save 10%, and let them know you like this show. Again, thank you so much for listening, and as always, stay relentless.
This is Relentless Dairy on podbean.com.